Let's do a mini soul contract reading for Bob Marley. This one's really interesting. Robert Nesta Marley, born February 6, 1945. He has a life path number of 9, a soul urge number 5. He has a destiny number of a 4, and this is a karmic debt number. He also has a personality number 8 and a maturity number of 13 for another karmic debt number. So just right off the bat, the 13-4 karmic debt would indicate that in a past life, he was lazy, started things he didn't finish. He was abusive, maybe of creative power, misused his freedom in some way, and that needed to be paid back in this life. What's interesting is because it shows up in the destiny number, so the destiny is all about the natural gifts and talents that you bring into the world from the life that he lived, and also because it's in his maturity number and he died before his maturity number could actually, he was in the shadow of like kind of in the beginning phases. He died at 36, it starts around 40. He wasn't actually able to step into that, and there was no need for him to pay back that karmic debt because from the life that he lived and what he built and the legacy that he built, it was paid back. I mean, honestly, it's fascinating because if you think about it, even though the karmic theme appears in multiple places, like he has karma in his middle name as well, it's not the 13-4, it's the 14-5. But he's got karmic debt all over his chart. And even though it does appear in multiple places, the way that he lived his life, it was clear that the legacy that he was building, the devotion, the consistency, the way that he had devotion to his spiritual beliefs, what he left behind, it was clear that he cleared the karmic debt early on in his life. Let's jump in though. I want to break down the elements of his chart. So his life path, he was the humanitarian. So he came in, the world healer, the spiritual unifier. He came in to bring people together. It's all about devotion, serving the collective, spiritual depth, and compassion. And it's clear that he set this up for himself and actually did exactly what he set out to do in this life. His expression, his destiny number is a 4. That's where the karmic debt is. The 4 is the builder. So this is about building legacy. It's a different type of legacy than the powerhouse, the 8, which he does have in his chart. But the 4 is about structure, being disciplined, which is interesting because it's completely the opposite of being lazy and starting something that you don't finish, leaving unfinished business there, being irresponsible with your creativity. He came in with a 9 in service, a 4 as a builder. He put that structure there, and that's how he built his life. So the 4 is about discipline and having a deep-rooted message and making sure that that was built because they're the builder. They're laying the foundations. They're building legacies. His soul urge is a 5, the free spirit, the seeker, the curious type, not being trapped. Freedom. They want freedom. They want to go see and feel and experience, and they do not want to be tied down to anything. He did build in a little bit of freedom in there that he may have been needing to balance out all of the structure, all of the service and all of the structure, because he knew he was going to come into this life to do this. So he built that 5 in there to like give him a little elbow room to kind of live his life. His personality is the 8. That's the powerhouse. That's the legacy builder. It's about abundance, but it's about wealth abundance. And it's also about power. It's a very regal number. Now, the minor expression, because it's important that even though his birth name is Robert Nesta Marley, the world knows him as Bob Marley. So we do have to take into consideration the frequency that name actually holds, because it reverberates even now still through our culture, and it will for a very long time. The minor expression is 3. This is the communicator, the creative artist, performer, the joyful messenger. It's kind of wraps everything up and kind of brings everything together. What's really beautiful about him is that his life path reveals the soul of a global humanitarian and spiritual teacher. The 4 shows a strong inner structure and a discipline. The 5 shows that he yearned for freedom and revolution. And 5 is also all about that rebel spirit, which he completely embodied, his lyrics embodied, and that vibration, that frequency lives on. And I do think that Bob Marley was a code activator. I think he came in to pay back whatever karmic debt he had from previous lifetimes and to leave a mark here. But that mark that he left in his catalog is to continue to activate soul codes in others that find his music and generations down the way that continue to find his music, because when they listen, they're tuned into the frequency of him. That's it for me today for Bob Marley. Let me know in the comments who you want to see me break down next, and I will see you guys on the next video.